In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect to the Nextion display and display text to the screen. What you see here is just random numbers being displayed, but I'm actually using this in a project where I need to see what I'm doing, and I'll show you how to connect this up. Here's a bit of the code that I'm running on the board. Basically, we're clearing out the buffer and setting up our baud rate. Next, we're turning the LCD black. So if you want to turn the LCD black, just type in 0 LCD CLS. And this is going to convert a integer to a string. This is going to deal with the Nextion API. We're going to run this command to set the text to be black, or actually the text to be green and the background to be black. And we've got our word right here to convert an integer to a string. And we're setting up a loop. We're feeding random numbers into the Nextion display. And we can actually start and stop this if we press any key on the keyboard. So I've actually got it stopped right now. Just type in random tests. And you can see that it'll just fire right up. And if I hit the enter key, it will stop. So if you're wondering where I got these words, you can head on over to this website where it talks about adding a touch LCD. And I'm using this one right here. So you can see the connection is just RX and TX, power and ground. It's a pretty simple connection. You're going to set your baud rate. And these are some setup words that you'll need to use. So I'm using this word right here. This uses a vectored execution. So you can actually map TX1 to your emit word. I haven't covered how to do that, but maybe I'll do that in a future lesson. And you've got some more words that you need to use. Next, you're going to fire up the Nextion Editor. So I'm going to go to About, and you can read about it here and go to this link and get it. So this is the version I'm using. And we're going to go up to File. We're going to select New. And we're just going to call this Test2. So this is going to bring this part up. And if you're following along, I've got Enhance selected. And I've got this NX3224. And so I'm just going to hit OK. It says to please choose the display direction. Hit OK. And this is kind of important. So for my settings, I selected 180 vertical, which is this right here. So it's going to display text and the wires are going to be down here. So if you select 0, then your text is going to be displayed like this and your wires will be up here. So it depends on what your project is. Maybe you want the wires to come out of the top. In my case, I would rather have it at the wires at the bottom and the text displayed like this. So I'm going to select 180 vertical, and I'm just going to hit OK. So you'll be at this part. Next, we're going to set up some fonts. So we're going to go to Tools, Font Generator. And a good size for this to show up is about 48. That's what I found. Anything that's in this range is kind of real small to see. So if you want things to look how I've got it, 48 is about right. And we'll just select maybe one of these fonts right here. So I've selected Lucida Console. Usually I default to this font for just about everything that I do. It looks good on just about any display. And I guess we'll call this just Lucida. And we'll just generate the font. So it'll bring up a Save As page. We'll just click on Save. So the font generated. Click OK. Add the generated font. Yes. So we added this to the project, and we'll just exit out of this. So you can see it showed up over here. Now we're going to generate the TFT. So you're going to come up to File, TFT File Output, and we're going to select a folder to put it into, and we're going to select Output. So it's going to generate this file, and this file is what you drag and drop onto a SD card. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm just going to plug in a USB stick, and this USB stick has the ability to accept micro SD cards. So I've got this, and we're just going to drag this onto the micro SD card. So now that that's on there, we can unplug this USB with the micro SD card in it, and now we can just load the micro SD card into the Nextion display. If you flip the Nextion display over, there's going to be a place to put the SD card. So you're going to insert it into the slot. I've got the micro SD card plugged into the back of the Nextion display. You can kind of see it sticking out at the bottom right. So I'm just going to plug in the USB cable of the Scamp board, which is going to power the Nextion display. It's going to flash or burn the fonts and things onto the Nextion display. And you can't see this, but it says that the update was successful. Now I've removed that micro SD card, and I'm just going to plug in the USB cable again. And it's going to be a white screen. So now we can actually do things like turn the screen black or any color. Now I'm going to connect to the Scamp3 board. You can use any board that's flashed with FlashForth. They're pretty similar. So we're going to open COM7. And so now I'm connected to the Scamp3 board. And I'm just going to set the baud. And we're going to empty the RX buffer. And we'll see if we can turn the LCD black. So there we go. We've got the LCD turned black. It looks kind of like it's off, but it's actually black. And we'll see if our word works that we have. I've already pre-loaded this in there. Random test. And you can see that our word and font has changed. So if you want to use this to output things like sensor data, temperature, distance, you can easily modify this code to do so. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.